Thank you. I'd like to thank Henri and the team at AWE for allowing me to sneak in here. And to be honest, I am sneaking in here. I'm from an industry that really doesn't apply too heavily here, even though there's a very large theme park stuck outside this convention center. I come from the out-of-home entertainment industry. I'm ex-Disney for my sins, but also I run a consultancy that specializes in the application of technology into the out-of-home entertainment sector. I'm not going to say I work in AR or VR or 3D projection mapping. I work with immersive entertainment systems. This is a longer slide than I normally do for a five-minute slot, so I'm going to speed through this. If you have any questions at all, grab me afterwards. Here we go, the history. Well, the technology of immersion in 3D has been going for some time. Let's talk about the Victorians' love affair with 3D viewing devices. Nothing is new, everything is old, it's just put in different packaging. And so we're now talking about VR, but we have to understand that I deal with audiences as well. I have to be prepared to put products and people into experiences that are compelling. The IMAX system, for example, Sensorama, stereoscope. These are all systems which immerse, though you don't stick them on your head, they're still very applicable to the technology that we're working with. And of course, now with interactivity, we've gone from kids playing Pong and Space Invaders in a facility to watching esports, as a previous slide showed us very eloquently. It's big, it's compelling. This is the digital native. These people want entertainment, and also they're human beings. They want it in a social environment. And that's a very important thing to consider when we're talking about entertainment. A lot of entertainment is social. Head-mounted displays. I remember the first phases, the shoebox on your head, to the current phases now where we've got a small system. We're getting there. We're getting closer to those glasses, but still, for our industry, we need special requirements. So let me go through the three phases we've got. We have 3D projection mapping. Nice big projectors on top of surfaces, show set. We immerse the individual in a physical room and bring a compelling experience to them. Here you see an example of a computer-generated character literally talking to the audience gathered around it. It's digital puppetry. There is the wizard is behind the curtain, but the kids that we're dealing with are so compelled by speaking to that digital character that they're pulled into the experience. Very compelling. We also have the augmented world environment systems. A number of people have run around with mobile phone systems, specially generated. You go to certain parts of the park and of course you find the clues. It's a paper chase using technology. We've got the application of augmented reality from a projection dark ride point of view. We're going to come back to that again. We've got the what I would call the theatre experience, where all of the puppetry, all of the show set is created by 3D projection mapping. And then, of course, we've got the shooting game, the Splatterama game, where everything, other than the guns that the kids are firing, are generated by 3D projection mapping. Laser tag, augmented, historical, as well as museum experiences. You put the glasses on, you see items that aren't available in the show set. Virtual reality. We're working very quickly to deploy VR into the out-of-home entertainment market. We have a benefit of, we don't care how expensive the headsets are or the computers are, we just want to create a compelling system, and as everybody's paying for one go at a certain period of time, our metrics, our mathematics work a little better than the consumer model at this point in time. Dark rides, motion rides using head-mounted displays. The big 4D experiences, everybody rides, everybody sees a certain part of the environment. Physical effects, very extreme motion systems. We can get away with that. It's hard to do this in the home. Roller coasters, put a head mount on, jump onto a roller coaster. Totally different experience to if you don't have the head mounted display on. Remember to clean yourself up after riding. Laser tag, augmented facilities, walk into a space, put a helmet on, take part in an experience, totally compelling. You've been hearing a lot about the void. It does exist. It isn't just hype. Physical motions. Funny, we've just seen the flying experience, very popular in VR. Standing experiences. You can do VR standing on a motion base. Even with a seat attached to a bungee cord. Motion pods, very popular. Cocoons, motion pods, head-mounted displays, an aspect that you'll see a lot. It's a seated experience, but at least the motion base allows you freedom. You're going to need a ruggedized HMD. You can't use an Oculus Rift. You can't use a Project Morpheus. You can't use a Vive in our industry. It has to be rugged. You have to be able to drop it. It has to be strong. It has to be cleanable. Hygiene is essential in our sector. And to be honest, it should also be essential in your industries as well. Quickly, downhill. If you can't have a head-mounted display, we go for unencumbered. We project the complete environment. We put you in cocoons. And then we head for experiential. It's nice to talk about experiential. You go inside, projection mapping, tracking of the individual. You're not fighting with aliens. You're not in a race car experience. You're not shooting zombies. You're there to have an experiential, calming experience. And as I always say at this part of the presentation, the only problem we have with this type of system is when the door opens, what do you do with all the marijuana smoke? Everybody wants the holodeck. We're working on the holodeck. 3D projection systems, caves, computer automated virtual environments, get the tongue straight today. Very important, unencumbered, walk in, wowed, walk out, pay your money, we're very happy. So anyway, I've taken enough of your time. The big plug, I have one copy of the book left. Anyone that gives me $20 can have it. Hey. Well, that's my alcoholism sorted out for today. Thank you. I'm a cheap date. Thank you, sir. Enjoy. No, take the book. Take the book. Take the book. Absorbent paper. Anyway, I've taken enough of your time. Thank you very much. Thank you. We have a very short time for questions. I said it.
Oh, you're more than welcome to. Are there any questions for Kevin?
Get off. Go for it.
You have?
We'll get other copies, don't worry. It isn't self-published. We had to do it through Gower because of the way our industry works. So thank you. Please, Madame.
Yeah, so given that you are in this somewhat cost-insensitive environment, what do you see as the kinds of next technologies that you are seeing successful that will actually make a transition to a broader consumer market?
All right, so these, I actually come from a military simulation background before I took up with virtual reality arcade machines and then sucked into Disney. The issues we're seeing now is a lot of the military swords into plowshares. So the neural network systems that are being used in some of the modern fighter planes are now being considered for application in possible cinema style, put the helmet on, everybody enjoys a kind of relaxing experience. There's that. There's also the application of specialist motion systems and specialist display systems.
I'm sorry, that's about all the time we have questions for. We got 2 more speakers to go.
Thank you.
Kevin Williams, everyone.